Welcome to our new Malta campus. What a journey this has been. Some of you have been here in the initial stages when this was just a building. It's 8 months of daily meetings, deadlines, change of plans, of course, sleepless nights, and at times, I even had doubts whether we will be ready for the official opening or not. And here we are today in one of the nicest campuses in Malta. A brand new premises with state-of-the-art classrooms, library, study areas, lounge area, computer lab, boardroom, and even a cafeteria next door opening in 2 weeks' time. Back in 2021, mid-COVID crisis, I was approached by our CEO, Dr. Rana, I will never forget this day, when he had a vision of opening a premises in Malta during the times when schools were actually closing down. Back then we had 2 floors, a total of 700 square meters. And I must say, within a matter of few months, we realized that these 2 floors won't be enough. It wasn't an easy journey. In the beginning, we only had 1 student, both on the English part and GBS Malta. And yet today we are here witnessing a growth of 600 plus students. This is not just my effort, it's a team effort on both entities, GBS Malta, English part, and I'm proud of calling them my family. 30 months down the line, we are here, opening our second campus, right next to our first premises. Next to our premises, we have the first premises. And today, we have more than 600 students on both entities, with 80% of the students studying and working in Malta. I must add that all students have managed to find jobs within reputable companies, including industries such as hospitality, gaming, finance, construction, aviation, and more. As a proud Maltese person, and yes, I am proud, I am so pleased that students are also contributing to the local community and integrating themselves into the Maltese society. Some recent examples of this have been the community events, which take place every 2 months, which include beach cleanups, locality cleanups, helping poutine organization, dog kennel clubs, and more. I end my speech by saying, this is not the end, but it's just the beginning. And we will continue changing lives through education. Thank you.
It really is my great privilege to welcome you all here today for the inauguration of our wonderful new campus and our facilities in Malta. And we feel particularly honoured to have both the Minister and the Shadow Minister of Education here tonight. It never happened in the UK. Welcome to both of you. Welcome also to all the other civic dignitaries who've come tonight to celebrate with us and key figures from Maltese society. You are very welcome. I'd also like to express a great welcome to our colleagues from Bath Spa who have helped us in this journey and supported us. Thank you very much for taking the time. And to Stanley Johnson, a member of the GEDU Advisory Board. And thank you all for making the time in very busy schedules to get here and see us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. And finally, I'd really like to welcome all the staff and students of both English Path and GBS Malta here tonight as we celebrate this significant milestone. It's the work of the staff that's got us to where we are. And he's already been mentioned tonight, but I'm going to say something about Alan. Right. The heading for tonight was the inauguration of the campus. It could have been the christening of his 3rd child, because this is, I think, for Alan, his 3rd child. He is remarkable in his abilities to get things done, but also just to get things done in a way that many people would leave. I've seen him sweep floors, I've seen him do everything you can imagine to get these campuses running. It's also been mentioned, and he mentioned himself, that he's a proud citizen of Malta. Now, if you met him for 10 minutes, you'd never know this, because he never mentions Malta. He never says it's the greatest country in the world. And he, honestly, hours now. So, Alan, my personal thanks to you for everything you've done. It's a fantastic achievement. Well done. So GEDU is now, I think, a very significant presence in global education. We've got an offering now that covers from K-12 schools right through to PhD. And we pride ourselves on breaking down barriers and making opportunities for people to get access to the highest possible quality education wherever we operate. And we are now currently operating in 12 countries. That will soon be 13, 14, 15. I'm looking at Mike, 16, 17. So I'll stop when you want me to. So GBS and English Path in Malta are a really important component to the group. And in a very short time, they've already established themselves as an important part of the Maltese educational landscape. I just want to talk a little bit, as you've gone around, you'll have seen all over this campus our values. And GEDU is an organisation that puts really strong emphasis on living up to those values. It's easy to put them on the wall. It's a bit harder to live up to them. And I just want to touch on just 3 of them, because I think what we're seeing here tonight absolutely exemplifies those 3. And the first one is the one that's at the top. It says, we care about our students. And in the short time we've been here, English Path Malta has already established itself as the 2nd largest language school in Malta. So far this year, we've welcomed more than 1,700 students to English Path in Malta, which is a fantastic achievement, but has also given those 1,700 students the chance to witness the most wonderful country in the world. But more importantly, perhaps, we are top ranked on the reviews. 5 stars in Google reviews, 4.8. Our quality and our care for students shines through. And similarly, I think our GBS Malta higher education provision, which we offer in partnership with both BASBAR and with the MFHEA, has already grown to 190 students, both undergraduate and postgraduate. And it regularly receives satisfaction scores of above 90% in every possible survey. And I think that's really clear testament to the hard work and quality of all our staff here in Malta. So once again, thank you for everything you do. But we aren't satisfied with just being here and providing our students with that high quality education. So the second value I'd like to talk about is our desire to make a positive contribution to the communities we work with. We've got lots of evidence of our efforts to bring this value to life here in Malta. Our very presence here, and this has been alluded to, but it adds significantly to the local economy. Students come, they spend money, and we also create extremely well-paid jobs for colleagues to come and join us in Malta. And as we grow, there'll be more and more of those jobs. So we do make a significant contribution to the economy, and that will grow. But we also, and Alan has talked a bit about this, and I think we're really proud of this, we take direct action. We involve our students in their communities. We've talked about the money, the fundraising efforts for charity. But one of the best events, I think, was we got students and staff to give up their weekends to go out and help clean up a beach. And it's those sorts of activities, I think, that help integrate the students into Maltese society and also give them a better flavour of what this country is. And to be honest, build them as people and make them better people in the future. And as we continue to grow in Malta, I'm sure that that impact will continue to grow with it. And the final value I'd like to touch on is the one that says, it's just on the wall there, we value our entrepreneurial spirit. The campus and everything you see here tonight, and you've come to help us inaugurate, I think is testament to what we've managed to do in a very short space of time. And the quality of what you see here, I think, is very clear evidence of our willingness to invest, to achieve what we set out to achieve, and to ensure our success in delivering on our stated mission to support high quality education wherever we operate. And I think this campus and the investment that has made it is very clear evidence that it's our intention to be here in Malta for the foreseeable future, for many, many years to come. And indeed, our ambition in Malta doesn't stop with this beautiful new campus. We want to continue to grow and further introduce our contribution to Malta. We want to develop more campuses and offer both Maltese and UK awards to even more students. And we're going to expand our curriculum as we go. We've very soon got programmes in IT that can support the games industry here, and also in healthcare. And we'd dearly like these latter programmes to eventually be part of a wider offering in health, including a nursing school here in Malta. So finally, let me reiterate my thanks to everyone who's come here to celebrate with us this evening. And I hope this will just be the first of many celebrations. And I invite you already to the opening of our next campus in a very short time. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Thank you for having me here. Distinguished guests, Honourable Minister, it is a great pleasure to be here today as we celebrate this grand opening of GBS new campus in Malta. I had the opportunity with Ellen when I arrived to go around and see what a fabulous project this is. The significant milestone marks a new chapter in the school's journey, expanding its reach and offering unparalleled education opportunities to students locally and, as stated before, from around the world. The establishment of this campus is a testament to GBS' commitment to providing accessible, high-quality education that equips students with the knowledge and skills they need to thrive in today's competitive marketplace. As a member of the Nationalist Party, the party in opposition, I must state that the Nationalist Party has long recognized education as the cornerstone of progress and development. It is the great equalizer that empowers individuals to reach their full potential and eventually contribute meaningful to the society. By investing in education, we are certainly investing in the future of our own nation and the world. GBS decisions to expand its operations to Malta is a clear demonstration of the country's growing reputation, of the country's innovative right path to education. This has always been embedded in the Nationalist Party commitment to education, even when in government. This new campus will not only provide local students with access to world-class programs, but will also attract international students seeking a high-quality education in a beautiful and welcoming environment. Moreover, the GBS inclusive approach to recruitment is applauded, and this is by actively seeking to widen further access to higher education among underrepresented groups. This is a significant contribution to social justice and equity. Studying at a global institution like GBS provides students with a unique opportunity to develop a global perspective. By interacting with students and faculties from different countries, students can gain deeper understanding of the world around them and develop the skills they need to succeed in an international environment. The opening of GBS campus in Malta is definitely a momentous occasion that signifies the commitment to excellence in education and its dedication to fostering global growth and development. I am confident that this campus will be a source of inspiration and opportunity for the generations and students to come. We look to the future, and we must continue to invest in education and prioritize lifelong learning. By doing so, we can create a brighter and more prosperous world for all. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Seriously, welcome to the greatest country in the world. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, dear colleague, it is indeed an honor being here today for the celebration, because this is indeed a celebration. It is a celebration of an international educational institution who is willing to invest in our country. It's also a celebration of the fact that as a country we have the capabilities and right criteria which attract such investment, and above all, the fact that we have hundreds of students who are learning here in this institution. And I was very happy to hear the fact that 80% of the students here are already in employment. So you truly, in a very straightforward manner, embody what education is about. Because education is the academic aspect, and that is very important. But in my humble opinion, it's something more than that. Education should be the emphasis on each and every individual reaching his own potential, fulfilling oneself, and having the necessary skills in order to succeed in his chosen path in life. And when I was reading about this institution, when I was in the company of Ellen and asking questions about what does this particular institution stand for, it was very clear. You make a huge emphasis on the voluntary aspect, meeting in the weekends to do voluntary work. Skills are there. Doing other hands-on approach. The fact that you are exposing your students to particular courses which then lead to employment in our country. Therefore, the 600 students who come from across the globe can call Malta their home. And I think that is something which is truly remarkable. I believe that is something which we must continue working upon. And your institution is indeed an example to other institutions. In Malta, we tend to be very active politically since a young age. Myself and my colleague have been involved in politics since our student days, and today we are here together. That sends a strong message. First of all, that as a country, we might argue on many things, but there are certain instances where we come together because we know and understand that when there's unity, there's stability. When there's stability, there's potential. As a country in the educational sector, we're doing just that. We are attracting investment, and we pride ourselves as being an international hub, an international educational hub, which is capable of attracting the right investment. Because we never compromise with quality in the education sector. And the fact that I'm here today, together with you, is a celebration. A short message to the students. This is a celebration of the capabilities of the institution, of the capabilities of our country, but above all, it's a celebration of you, the student population, who are here and you are part of our communities. You're here and you are already, most of you, working in our cities and villages. In the introduction of my colleague, it was mentioned that he hails from the 8th district. I hail from the 9 and 10 district, and this is basically my district. I was born and raised a few kilometers away from here. And the fact that you are here learning in this beautiful country of ours fills me with pride. You have chosen this particular institution and this particular country from a number of other countries who compete with us in order to offer the best education. But still, despite the competition, still, despite the many choices you had in front of you, you chose to take your education, to further your education here in Malta. And for that, I want to thank you and wish you the very best. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, colleagues, Alan and Ray, for the very kind invitation to come and attend this fantastic event this evening, and to meet with so many colleagues, and of course with the lovely students as well. Distinguished guests, honourable ministers, Professor Lloyd, Alan Lofaro, Provost Chancellor Mulhall, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, but most importantly, the students. It gives me great pleasure as Pro-Vice Chancellor of Bath Bar University with responsibility for our wonderful educational partnerships, It gives me an enormous pleasure and a great sense of pride and honour to be here today to mark and celebrate the opening of this wonderful new campus for GBS Malta. A little over a year ago, colleagues and I were standing where you're sat now, in amongst piles of rubble, holes in the floor, no glass in the windows, wondering whether, as Alan said earlier, when will we ever see this completed? But Alan and colleagues were able to give us such clear vision of what they intended this space to be, and gave us absolute reassurance and confidence that they were going to create a wonderful facility for research, learning, and student experience for GBS Malta and for Malta more generally. Certainly that vision, as also Professor Lloyd made reference to, has now come to be a reality, and I think that's really well worth an applause for the achievement. Speaking sort of down the order in an event like this, many of my colleagues have actually said everything that I was going to say, but I do want to emphasize that the values and mission and behaviors of Bath Spa University chime very closely with those expressed here for GBS, Global Banking School, GEDU, but also what from the ministers, the minister has said, and the shadow minister, in terms of what institutions like this do for the local community and for the countries in which they sit. And for the students, clearly, as the minister, honourable minister said, the opportunities that you have here for your learning journey, for your careers and your professional development are really valuable to you personally, but they're also valuable for the contributions that you will undoubtedly make to your own communities, whether here in Malta or if you're an international student, when you go back home to your countries, you will make a huge difference there. And of course, right across the world, we have so many challenges at the moment that we're facing as a global society. Education can make the difference, and I'm sure you will contribute and make that difference as well. The university is so proud to be a partner of GBS Malta, and indeed the Global Banking School family and GEDU more broadly, in providing these opportunities to students, to learners from that wide variety of backgrounds to enable them to gain that knowledge and skills that they require. At this point, I'm very proud also to say that the university, through this, these values and vision, has currently this year been awarded the Sunday Times University of the Year for Social Inclusion, which is a great acknowledgement that we are very proud of, that recognizes the work that we're doing with our partners to do exactly that, to spread and increase those opportunities for learning to those students from backgrounds who may not otherwise have the opportunity to take advantage of higher education. So thank you very much for being with us on that journey, and I hope you share in that accolade with us. So to finish off, really on behalf of Professor Susan Rigby, the Vice-Chancellor of Bath Spa University, I really extend from myself and also my colleagues that are here with me the heartiest of congratulations to GBS Malta on these magnificent new facilities, and we look forward to celebrating the success of the students who might study here and those who have studied just across the road, as Alan was saying. And we're very much looking forward to the inaugural graduation ceremony here on the 5th of December, which I'm sure many of us from Bath Spa will be here to participate in those well-deserved celebrations. So just to finish, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for inviting us to participate in this celebration, and many thanks.